Namaste everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this impromptu video shoot I decided to whip together to walk you through my process of how I'm going to prepare a Samhain dinner for myself and my ancestors. I thought I'd share my process in case this was of value to any of you. And yeah, so I'm gonna walk you through how I'm getting ready for tonight and to get that going. Samhain is not the only night of the year where you can have and share a meal with your ancestors. However, during the period of Samhain, sunset from October 31st to sunset of November 1st is the window of time of Samhain, which is known as when the veil between the spirit world and the mortal world is at its thinnest. So even though this is a very opportune time to dine with my ancestors tonight, it is not the only time to dine with your ancestors. You can share a meal with them anytime you feel called to, and if they are available, they are going to show up for you no matter what time of year it is. So don't worry if you're missing this tonight. This is a method and a process and practice/ritual that you can do any time of year that you feel called to do so. So let's get started. Thanks for joining me. I am getting dressed up tonight. I haven't seen a lot of or connected with several of my ancestors in a really long time, so I thought I'd get decked out tonight. I'm going to take with me this purse, which is from the same period of time that my grandmothers would have rocked it. Thought I'd wear a nice black dinner dress this evening, and thankfully my father is still alive, but he did design this necklace, so I will be sporting a little bit of my pops tonight as I mingle with his family tree. So let's get dressed. Okay, so I did some digging on my ancestral line, and I did find some information that was really interesting that I'm going to share with my ancestors tonight about some of their lives. So I'm going to print that out for tonight. I have no idea what kind of cocktails are my ancestors' favorites, and likely whatever they enjoyed the most, I probably am allergic to it. So we're going with the traditional good old witch brew of gin. A little rose and lavender. As you can see here, the ancestral plate is dished the same things that I will be eating. Traditionally, the altar would be placed in the same room as the dining room, not necessarily on the table. But since tonight it's just my ancestors and I dining together, I thought I'd build their altar around their plate. Make sure you surround their altar setting with candles. Make sure those are lit before the incantation begins. Now, in a traditional table setting with a full family, the eldest would plate the ancestor's plate first, followed by plating everyone else's plate with the exact same dishes of food. The eldest would then say the following incantation to invite the ancestors in. On this night of Samhain, when the veil is at its thinnest, we call out to those who came before us. We call to those who are available and wishing to connect. Tonight, we honor our ancestors. Spirits of our ancestors, we call to you, and we welcome you this night. We know you watch over us always, protecting and guiding us, and tonight, we thank you. We invite you to join us and share with us this meal. At this point, everyone would begin the feasting while swapping numerous stories about their ancestors. After the meal is finished, all the plates would be cleared away, except for the ancestral plate. You leave that on the table the entire time. The eldest would fill a cup with either wine, cider, or with one of your ancestors' favorite drinks. When in doubt, Samhain is a great time to serve gin as a beverage of choice, so you can use gin if you're not sure what they'd like. And then at that point, the eldest would recite their genealogy as best that they could remember. For example, they'd say, I am Sophia, daughter of Janet and Malcolm Tucci, niece of Margaret and Tony, granddaughter to Gabriella and Giuseppe Tucci, etc., etc., as far back as they can go. They'd then pass the cup down until everyone has had a sip and recited their genealogy. The cup should end at the place of the ancestor's plate. Then the youngest in the family would close the meal with the following. This is the cup of remembrance. We remember all of you. Though you have passed on, you are never forgotten, and we celebrate you as you live on within us. When it feels appropriate to do so, and you feel the dinner and the time of connecting with your ancestors has come to a gentle and soft close, go ahead and blow out the candles and begin winding down your night. I want to thank you for joining us at Urban Oracle, and I hope you had a beautiful ancestral dinner. If you're looking for more ways to connect with your highest self, with Earth, her elements, and all her creatures and beings, and to deepen your connection with the people around you, please visit Urban Oracle at www.urbanoracle.com. Namaste and happy Samhain.